Okay students, let's see the continuity of 13th group. Okay, in 13th group we are already discussed about oxidation states also, am I right? Let's see. In +3 state, in +3 states, the 13th group elements in their compounds, their compounds means example AlCl3 and BCl3. Boron is 13th group, aluminum is also 13th group. Being a covalent in nature, covalent bonds are possible, covalent compounds in +3. Okay, clear? Aluminium. So these in +3 state, the covalent compounds are undergoes hydrolysis. They undergoes hydrolysis. For example, aluminium trichloride undergoes hydrolysis, that means in water, in presence of acidic medium, acidic medium means HCl or H2SO4 or H+, that means acidic medium. Okay, they form AlH2O taken 6 +3 complex ion. What it is? Complex ion. This square bracket means complex. Okay, the structure of this compound is octahedral ion. Now what is this ion? What we call it is octahedral ions. Very, very important. Octahedral ion. That means how many H2 molecules are here? We have 6. 6 means octahedral. Remember this. It is octahedral ions, and the hybridization of this aluminium is sp3d2 hybridization. sp3d2. That means s orbital is involved, p orbital of aluminium is also involved, d orbital of aluminium is also involved in hybridization. sp3d2, one s orbital, p3 orbitals, 2 d orbitals. Now what is the hybridization of aluminium in octahedral ionic complex? So is sp3d2 hybridization. Now what type of geometry it has? Geometry has shape, octahedral geometry. Okay, so and also trichlorides. In water, that means trichloride means 3 chlorine, aluminum trichloride, boron trichloride, simply we call trichlorides of 13th group elements. In H2O there is no mention about acidic medium or basic medium. Okay, so they form okay. So now this one is minus, This is minus. Now here we have 4 ligands, am I right? So it is tetrahedral or tetrahedron ion. What it is? Tetrahedron ion. Okay. Now hybridization of this M is sp3 in the case of. Okay, is it clear, all of you? So sp3 hybridization in the case of tetrahedron. Okay. So now trichloride in water they give tetrahedrons, and trichloride in water in acidic medium they give octahedral. Okay, where sp3d2. Clear ma, all of you, everyone? So very, very important. Is it clear, all of you? Then go for standard reduction potential. Standard reduction potential. Standard reduction potential. Standard reduction potential, simply we represent, this is E naught for these compounds M plus 3 M. Standard reduction potential, simply we represent standard reduction potential. Potential means charge differences in between plus and minus or 0. Charges are difference is called as reduction potential here. So standard reduction means E naught it is. Okay. So for example, standard reduction potential for 13th group elements. For 13th group, what are the elements? We have boron, aluminium, gallium, indium and thallium. Okay, thallium. Clear? Now here we discuss about aluminium, especially aluminium easily lose 3 electrons and it acts as Al plus 3. Aluminium is a metal, you know. It is a metal. Okay. A metal lose the electrons very easily. That means here aluminium is a strong reducing agent. Strong, already we discussed about these topics. Strong reducing agent. Okay. First point, strong reducing agent. That means it is strong reducing means it is easily lose the electrons. Okay. Itself it undergoes oxidation. Am I right? Oxidation means it lose the electrons. Loss of electron. Losing of electron is called oxidation. Am I right? Oxidation. That means this process is called as oxidation. Why? Because aluminium loses 3 electrons. So itself it undergoes oxidation reaction. Okay. Now aluminium provides 3 electrons to other atoms. Am I right? It can able to provide 3 electrons to others. That means other element take the 3 electrons and it undergoes reduction. Am I right? So aluminium helps to reduction. That means aluminum provide the electrons to others. Okay, suppose this is aluminum, this is Y, it gives 3 electrons, that 3 electrons gained by Y, then Y becomes 3 and Al becomes Al plus 3. Here Y undergoes reduction by the gaining of 3 electrons, by gain of 3 electrons. Is it clear? That 3 electrons from aluminum, aluminum provide 3 electrons to Y, that means Y gain the electrons, that means aluminum helps to the reduction, Y undergoes reduction. Is it clear? So aluminum is called as reducing agent. Simple, the element which can able to lose the electrons easily, it is called as strong reducing agent. Okay, now not very important, not strong reducing agents having low standard reduction potential. Reduction means the potential developed in reduction potential. Reduction means gaining of electron. Aluminum always lose the electron only. Aluminum cannot gain the electron. Remember this. If it gain the electron, its reduction potential is high. Am I right? But aluminum always lose the electron. Am I right? So its reduction potential is low. Okay. So reduction potential means if it gain the electron, that is called as reduction potential. But aluminum has less tendency to gain the electron. So that is, aluminum has a little tendency to gain electrons. Am I right? So its only undergoes oxidation, then reduction. That means aluminum can only lose the electron. Al plus 3 electrons. This is oxidation. Okay. It doesn't gain the 3 electrons and again convert to Al. Okay. Remember this. Reduction potential means aluminum gain the electron. But here aluminum doesn't gain the electron. It lose the electrons only. Okay. So it has weak reduction potential values. Okay. So we can represent that standard reduction potential of Al plus 3. If Al gain the electrons, what happened? If it gain 3 electrons, it converted as Al. It is less possible. So its reduction potentials are very, very low. Very low. That is even that value is minus 1.66. Minus means negative. Aluminum, if gain 3 electrons, it converted as Al. Am I right? That is called as reduction. This means Al plus 3, if gain 3 electrons, it converted as Al. Gaining of electron is called as reduction. That potential is called as reduction potential. It is 0. Okay. Gaining of electron is called reduction. But aluminum unable to gain the electron, it is less tendency to gain the electron. Am I right? So its reduction potential is very, very low. So that is minus 1.66 reduction potential. Okay, is it clear, everyone? All of you? So volts, units is volts per reduction potential. Okay, reduction potential of aluminum is very, very less. So in aqueous medium, that means in water, in aqueous medium, suppose if you keep in water aluminum, in aqueous medium it is as Al plus 3 ion. Al plus 3 ion. That means aluminum gives 3 electrons and acts as Al plus 3. That means it is electropositive, more electropositive elements. If any metal lose the electrons very easily, then we call it is highly electropositive. Here aluminum in water lose 3 electrons, so aluminum acts as a good electropositive element. So write it down. Simple reduction potential means it can able to gain the electron, but aluminum can able to lose the electrons only. Okay, so its reduction potential is less. So even it is minus, Okay. Therefore, so in aqueous medium it is as Al plus 3 ion. So Al plus 3 is more stable in aqueous. Okay. So Al plus 3 is a good electropositive element. Electropositive means good electropositive means now this is the metal. M is a metal here. That metal can easily lose the electrons. Suppose in the case of aluminum it lose 3 electrons, am I right? And it get plus 3. If it lose the electron, that is called as good electropositive. Good electropositive element. Good electropositive. Aluminum is a good electropositive atom. Good electropositive. If unable to lose the electron, it is not a good electropositive element. Remember this. Is it clear, ma? So now aluminum is a more electropositive and it is strong reducing agent. Its reduction potential values are very, very low. Why? Because reduction potential means if it gain the electron, that is called reduction, then that potential is called reduction potential. But aluminum unable to gain the electrons, it always ready to lose the electrons. So its reduction potential values are very, very low. Remember this point. Okay. Here EAl plus 3 means aluminum gains the electrons, it converted as Al. It is very difficult here. Okay, so its reduction potential value very, very less. Is it clear? Very, very important topic. Let us come to thallium. We should need to discuss about thallium. TL. Okay. Tell me. Thallium stable oxidation state. Stable oxidation state. How much? Already we discussed it. Thallium source maximum plus 1. It is stable in water. Thallium plus means it can lose only 1 electron. Thallium plus 1 only stable in water. Suppose if you keep thallium in water thallium plus 1 only stable. Remember this. What about thallium plus 3? Thallium plus 3, okay, gain 2 electrons, it acts as thallium plus 1. Thallium gaining of electron, am I right? Gaining of electron means that process is called as reduction, am I right? If it gain two electrons, it converted as thallium plus 1, am I right? Clear? That means now thallium undergoes reduction, so it is called as oxidizing agent. Those which can accept the electron, that is called as oxidizing agent. Those which can lose the electron, that is called as reducing agent. Now this is called as strong oxidizing agent. Is it clear, ma? The metal which can lose the electron is called as reducing agent. The metal which can accept the electron is called as oxidizing agent. Accept the electron means reduction. Okay. Lose the electron means oxidation process. Remember this. So now thallium is a good oxidizing agent. That means gaining of electron is called as reduction means. That means reduction potential, standard reduction, not very important. Standard reduction potential of thallium plus 3 or it gains suppose 3 electrons, it becomes thallium 0, am I right? Thallium 0, okay, but mostly it gains 2 electrons. Remember this. For your understanding, I will say like that. Okay, thallium plus 3 gain 2 electrons mostly. Okay, how many electrons? 2 electrons. Then it gives thallium plus 1. So its standard reduction potential of thallium is high than aluminium. Am I right? Because thallium gains the electron and undergoes reduction. So reduction potentials are high. But aluminum unable to gain the electron. Remember this. Okay. So now standard reduction potential of thallium. Suppose thallium plus 3 gain 3 electrons. It acts as thallium 0 oxidation state. That is the meaning of this expression. Thallium gain 3 electrons. It converted as 3L. Gaining of electron means reduction. What it is? Reduction. So standard reduction potentials are very high. So this value, for example, plus 1.26 volt. Positive means higher than aluminum. In case of aluminum means how much it is? Minus 1.66 volts. Where it is plus 1.26. So now which one is high? This one is high. Okay. Is it clear, everyone? So finally, standard reduction potential of aluminum is very less than thallium. What is the stable oxidation state of thallium? Plus 1. What is the stable oxidation state of aluminum? Plus 3 in water. Thallium exists as plus 1 in water, am I right? Aluminum exists as how much? How it is exist in Al plus 3 only. So is it clear ma up to? Everyone? Then go for the stable, very important topic. The stable oxidation state of thallium is plus 1. Clear, all of you? Let us comparing with first A group elements. Thallium belongs to third A group element, am I right? Third A group, clear? So let us compare with these third A group elements, thallium. Now what is the oxidation state? Stable oxidation state is plus 1. So that is thallium plus 1. So let us compare with first A group elements. First A group elements. What are first A group elements? First A group elements are hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium, am I right? Clear? So these all first A group elements can able to lose only one electron. Then it becomes as H plus. how many electrons lose the sodium are first group elements? Only one electron only. Am I right? So now what is the oxidation state of first group elements? +1. So for what is the electron oxidation state of thallium +1? Both are similar or not? Similar. Francium +1. Clear? Now all are having +1 oxidation state only. Am I right? +1 oxidation state only. Okay. So these are belongs to first group elements. So here +1 is the stable oxidation state in the case of first group elements. What is the stable oxidation state here? +1. Now come to 13th group. In 13th group also thallium exhibit +1 oxidation state. That means here first group elements +1 and thallium is also exhibit +1 only. That means thallium +1 is similar to first group elements or not? Yes, very good. So not. So thallium +1 oxidation state similar to first A group element. First A group elements oxidation states. So thallium +1 chemical properties, that means how it reacts, similar to first A group elements. Remember this point, first A group elements. Is it clear all of you? First A group elements. Why? Because both are having +1 stable oxidation state. So let's see. Let's take the example. How it is similar. Sodium, when treated with water, it becomes as NaOH. Sodium hydroxide is a strong base. Am I right? Strong base. So now thallium is dissolved in water. It can able to also produce thallium hydroxide. Am I right? Thallium hydroxide. Why? Because thallium is similar to sodium due to +1 oxidation state. So here it is +1 -1. Here it is also +1 -1. So now thallium hydroxide is also strong base or not? Strong base like NaOH. Why? Both are having same oxidation state. Like sodium hydroxide is a strong base, means it exhibit +1 oxidation state. In thallium hydroxide, what is the oxidation state? +1. It is also become strong base. So now sodium hydroxide is clearly similar to thallium hydroxide. Am I right here? Is it clear, all of you? Let's go for next one. So now sodium can able to form sodium carbonate. So thallium can also able to form thallium carbonate. So both are dissolved in water. That means both are having same properties. Okay, clear? And also sodium sulfate, we have Na2SO4. Sodium sulfate. So thallium can able to form thallium sulfate also. Am I right? Thallium sulfate. Sodium has Na2SO4. Thallium also thallium sulfate like Tl2SO4. Okay. These are also dissolved in water. Both are dissolved in water. That means thallium sulfate similar to sodium sulfate. Thallium carbonate is also similar to sodium carbonate. Is it clear, all of you? Everyone? Why having same chemical properties? Thallium exhibit +1. If you compare with first A group elements, if you go for first A group elements, in that first A group elements also sodium, lithium, potassium all are exhibit +1 stable oxidation state. Am I right? So both are having similar oxidation state. So their chemical properties also nearly same. If sodium when dissolved in water it forms sodium hydroxide. So why sodium has +1 oxidation state? So suppose similarly thallium can also able to form thallium hydroxide. Why? Because it has +1 oxidation state. Thallium can able to form thallium sulfate, sodium sulfate, and thallium carbonate and sodium carbonates having. Okay, is it clear all of you? First A group elements forms double sulfates. Sulfate means SO4 minus 2. Double sulfates with aluminium sulfate. Okay, so first A group elements, for example potassium is the first A group elements. Now potassium sulfate, first group sulfate, where potassium is first A group elements, am I right? Okay, dot with aluminium sulfate and dot 24H2O. Okay, 24H2O. Now sulfate means we call it as double sulfate. That means this is the sulfate compound, this is also sulfate compound. Now where it is first A group elements. So similarly thallium can able to also form like these compounds. Well, that means thallium in Tl2. Instead of potassium we can also write as thallium. Why? Because both are having similar chemical properties. Thallium sulfate dot Al2SO4 taken thrice dot 24H2O. Now these, suppose in the option which components are similar, means these two components are similar. Why? Because it is actually 13th group elements, it is first A group elements, both are make similar compounds, you know how? So it is +1, it is +1. Okay, that's why here potassium bonded with aluminum sulfate. That's all. Here thallium is also can able to bond with aluminum. Okay, is it clear now all of you? This one is important. Let's come to electropositive character of third A group or 13th group. Simply you can write third A group elements. So what are they? Boron, aluminium, gallium, indium, thallium. Is it clear? Now electropositive means the tendency of loss of electrons by the atom is called electropositive. Clear? This is, suppose an atom easily lose the electrons. Suppose it loses one electron, we can represent as, so now M is called as electropositive. Easily lose, more electropositive. Now it is called electropositive. If it lose the electrons, then it is called good electrical conductor. Good electrical conductor. Am I right? If it lose electrons, then electrical conductance takes place or not. So then it becomes good electrical conductor. That means it is easily allow the electricity. Okay. So good electropositive elements are having good electrical conductors. They can easily lose the electrons. Okay. So if you compare these here, boron having less electropositive than aluminium. Boron is less electropositive than aluminium. Why? Because boron is a non-metal, not a metal. All metals are easily lose the electrons very easily and they can become as good electropositive elements. Okay, but boron is a non-metal, so it is unable to intest to lose the electrons. But aluminium is a strong reducing agent, it easily loses the electrons. Am I right? So aluminium is a good electrical conductor. Boron is a bad electrical conductor. It unable to lose the electrons. Is it clear? Boron is a non-metals. But metals can easily lose the electrons. Aluminium is a metal or not? Metal. So it is easily lose the 3 electrons entering 13th group elements. Already we discussed. Okay. So now electropositive is more than aluminium. Okay. Is it clear? And it is more than gallium. Next priority goes to indium. Next priority goes to thallium. Boron has non-metal, its electropositive of boron is less than aluminium. So therefore boron less than aluminium. Clear? Which one has more electropositive? Aluminium. Okay. Easily lose the 3 electrons. Okay. Now come to aluminium and gallium and indium and thallium. Okay. Okay. Actually from top to bottom, this is group, you know. This is the group. In the group, this is the top to bottom. Top to bottom. Electropositive increases. Electropositive increases. Why? Because sizes increases, they can easily lose the electrons. But up to boron to aluminium, boron is less electropositive, aluminium is most electropositive. Top to bottom increases, electropositive increases. That means easily lose the electron. When comes to aluminium to gallium, in gallium 3d 10 electrons are there. Here in indium 4d 10 electrons, thallium we have 4f electrons. Am I right? 4f electrons. So 4f electrons are act as Poor shielding effect. We already discussed about shielding effect. Poor shielding effect means electropositive decreases. Electropositive decreases. Remember this. And here, due to the D10 electrons also exhibit poor shielding effect, but someone better than 4F. Poor shielding effect. Poor shielding effect also takes place in 3D, 4D, 10 also. Okay? Is it clear? Everyone? So now, due to this reason, the electropositive nature of gallium and indium thallium is less than aluminum. Why? Because due to this is DD10, 3D10, this is 4D10, this is 4F. So these are having poor shielding effect. Poor shielding effect. Okay? So more poor shielding effect, very poor shielding effect. Very poor shielding effect. Shielding effect in thallium. So electropositive nature is very, very less in thallium. Okay? In thallium. Is it clear? So in between boron and aluminium, boron is less electropositive. Less electropositive. This is more electropositive. More electropositive. More electropositive. Is it clear? Now compare these four, aluminium and less than gallium and indium and less than thallium. Most electropositive, most electropositive, most electropositive, least electropositive, least electropositive, least electropositive. Is it clear? This is decreasing order of electropositive, highest to low. In this order is decreasing order. Decreasing order of electropositive. Electropositive. Okay. That means more electropositive. More electropositive means strong reducing agents. Strong reducing agents. So what about the standard reduction potential? Less. Strong reducing potential means weak standard reduction potential. SRP means standard reduction potential, already discussed. Now which one having more reduction potential? These are weak reducing agent. These are weak reducing agents. Weak reducing agents means strong reduction potential. Already we discussed about this one. Aluminum can easily lose 3 electrons. It is strong reducing agent. Strong reducing agent means weak reduction potential. Clear, all of you? Okay, write it down. Now which one is more electropositive? Aluminum. Which one is the least electropositive? Thallium. So which one has more standard reduction potential value? Thallium. Which one has weak reduction potential value? Aluminum. Is it clear? So write the notes properly in the point wise. After the notes, after the completion of notes, you have to focus the concept. Okay? Then you can easily answer the bits. So not only in your material, you can learn to concept and that will apply to your material and try to practice the bits. Okay? Now write the question. Standard reduction potential of aluminum is equals minus 1.66 volt and standard reduction potential of thallium plus 3 and thallium is equals plus 1.256 or 2625 volt. Okay. Now which one has more electropositive? First question, which one has more electropositive? Option A, aluminum. Option B, thallium. Option C, A and B. Option D, none. Which one is more electropositive? More electropositive is aluminum. Reason? What is the reason? Aluminum is the more aluminum has a low standard reduction potential, even minus it is, am I right? Low standard reduction potential means more electropositive, Clear, all of you? More electropositive means strong reducing agent. Next, which one shows the maximum oxidation state, or stable maximum oxidation state, that is M+3 in water or aqueous. Suppose if you keep the water, which one shows maximum oxidation state as M+3. Okay, which one? Option A aluminium, option B aluminium and thallium, option C A and B, D is none. Which one? Option A. Why? Aluminium easily lose 3 electrons and shows +3. That means M+3. So which option? First option is correct one. Okay, is it clear? Let us come to GaCl2, gallium dichloride. Oxidation state of gallium in gallium dichloride. Okay, option A +2, option B -2, option C +3, option D +4. Then calculate. Now we have to calculate the oxidation state of gallium. How many gallium atoms here we have? Only one. So now taken as X. Its oxidation state is taken as X. Plus how many chlorine atoms here we have? 2. For chlorine it is -1. So here we have 2 chlorine means multiply with -1. That is equals. Total charge equals to 0. There is no plus or minus. So it is equals to 0. Now X -2 is equals to 0. X equals to how much? +2. Now which one is correct one? Option A is correct one. Okay, clear? Note, in GaCl4 minus, it is a complex anion. It is a complex ion. Now in this compound the oxidation state of gallium is +1 here. Okay, in this part the oxidation state is +3. What is the oxidation state of gallium? +3. So let us take in this compound, that is, it is -1, am I right? This is one part. This is -1 means it automatically +1. Remember this. This is -1. This is part 1, part 2. In the part 2, what is the charge? -1. So oxidation state is -1. So now it must have +1. +1 -1 0. Total oxidation state becomes 0. So now for this part it is -1. So automatically this one is +1. So in gallium here +1 oxidation state. Now come to this structure. In this structure, that is GaCl4 -1, am I right? Now would like to calculate oxidation state of gallium. How many galliums here we have? X. How many chlorines? 4. Each one -1. That is equal to how much? -1. Here charge we have -1. So without charge equal to 0. So X -4 equals to -1. X equals to -1 plus 4. X equals to how much? +3. Clear? Now what is the oxidation state of gallium in this compound? +3. Is it clear, all of you? So, okay students, have a nice day. This is the introduction up to oxidation states. Okay, bye.